Hare Krishna. Question from Panchapanda Prabhu. You explained in one of your lectures that detachment means to distance oneself from emotions, relations, situations that are harmful to us. Can you explain what distancing oneself means? Answer: yes. Suppose we are suppose there is a food which, suppose there is a person who's got diabetes, and that person is come to a feast where there are lots of sugar items. Now the diabetic person needs to distance oneself. So if that person eats that food, that will be not only that will abuse the body, that will maim the body, injure the body, and will aggravate the disease. So at that time, what does a person do? Okay, this is not good for me. Will distance oneself. Say, okay, I won't take this. So for that matter, if a person is alcoholic, if alcoholics are to give up alcohol, what they need to do is they need to distance themselves from circumstances in which prompt them to drink alcohols. For example, they shouldn't go to bars. They shouldn't even mix with friends who are alcoholics, and especially when those friends are in the mood of drinking alcohol, they need to distance themselves. So by that distancing oneself from situations where we are in danger, we can protect ourselves. So similarly, we need to distance ourselves from so here what is required is detachment, and this detachment is a strength. So what with respect to food that is harmful or some indulgence that is harmful, we can easily understand it. But sometimes there can be subtler forms of abusive situations or relations or emotions. So three things. For example, sometimes in a relationship, someone is attached to someone else, although that person is very abusive. So for example, somebody may be an employee in a company, and the boss is extremely abusive, but that person somehow continues taking the abuse and working over there. Now if that person, normally people work in such abusive situation because they have no alternatives. But if there is an alternative available, and there are psychologists who have found a peculiar phenomena that if someone tortures a person a lot or troubles a person a lot, and then after that offers some kindness, then that person starts feeling very grateful that you are being kind to me. But overall, the pattern of the relationship is only abusive. So getting a small concession is seen as a big kindness, and basically the thought patterns get distorted because of that continuous presence in abusive relationship. So this can happen sometimes in marriages also. In any kind of relationship. For example, we see Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra. That relationship is a classic example of an abusive relationship. Duryodhana was repeatedly and insolently abusing the privilege of being the Pandu prince, and he was manipulating his father for his own vicious ends, and Dhritarashtra should have distanced himself. That's what actually Vidura had told Dhritarashtra initially itself, that distance yourself. You have 100 sons. Even if you give one son, what is the problem? You'll still have 99 sons, and giving up this one son will protect your 99 sons. Holding on to this one son will destroy all your 100 sons. Vidura had warned, but Dhritarashtra did not have the detachment to distance oneself. So distancing oneself from that relationship, that would have been beneficial for him. So otherwise staying in that relationship caused him harm. Not only he was harmed, but the whole Kuru dynasty and so many other warriors were harmed, destroyed in fact by that, not just harmed. So like that, there can be situations which are harmful, relationships are harmful, and sometimes emotions are harmful also. So that emotions are harmful means that there are certain things which make us feel good, but we know that they are going to have a harmful effect on us. So at that time we need to move ourselves from those situations, because they are going to be, they are just like there is something called sadism. Masochism. Masochism means Some people feel good about whipping themselves. When they feel pain, there is that anecdote of a person who was beating one's head against the wall, beating one's head against the wall. Why are you beating yourself? Aren't you feeling pain? Why are you causing pain to yourself? No. When I move my head away from the wall, I get so much relief. Now that is craziness. One doesn't have to go through pain to get relief like that. So similarly, we don't need to go to certain emotions if they are unnecessary, if they are avoidable. So detachment is that capacity by which we can distance ourselves from such self-injuring situations. And those who can do that, for that is a positive thing, that is a strength, and that is level-headedness by which we can discern between what is good for us and what is bad for us and avoid the bad. Thank you. Hare Krishna.